Hello everyone, welcome to Virtual Storytime with Mr. Johnston. I miss all of my students so much and I wanted to make this video to share a couple of stories with you and with anyone else who'd like to join us today. Our first story today is going to be Egbert, the Slightly Cracked Egg by Tom Ross and Rex Barron. There was once an egg named Egbert. He loved to paint beautiful pictures. Egbert's paintings always cheered up the other eggs in the refrigerator, but one day it was discovered that Egbert was slightly cracked. Eggs with cracked shells were not allowed to stay. Sadly, the other eggs told Egbert he would have to leave. Egbert said goodbye to his old friends. He hunched his shoulders, what little shoulders he had, and pressed his shell together so that the crack almost disappeared. Then he set out to look for a new place to live. All the drawers had labels, but none of them were right for Egbert. He knew he would have to look harder. There had to be some place he would fit in. Before long, Egbert came to a spot with a beautiful view. If only I could stay here, he thought. Then he had a great idea. No one had to know that he was an egg with a cracked shell. He would paint himself to look like the other things around him. He'd blend right in. But just as Egbert was thinking he'd found the perfect place, a potato happened to notice his crack. "Split," the plant ordered. Egbert tried not to be discouraged. "Maybe I'll have better luck outdoors," he said to himself. The only way down was to jump. Luckily, Egbert landed in a soft bed of flowers. He had never seen flowers before, but they smelled even better than butter and lettuce. Perhaps this is the perfect place for me, he thought. A dab here, a splotch there, voila! Egbert was covered with flowers. But late that afternoon, an angry bee discovered that you cannot get nectar from an egg. Again, Egbert was told to leave. It was getting dark, and he still had not found a place to live. Just when he was about to give up all hope, a glimmer of something caught his eye. "What a beautiful little lights," Egbert whispered. With all his might and twice his usual care, he climbed up the fence. "Perfect," said Egbert when he was covered with stars. But the next morning, when the night stars were gone, a cat discovered Egbert was just an egg with a cracked shell. "Scramble," said the cat. Egbert took a hard fall on the sidewalk. Now he was more cracked than ever. As it started to rain, he began to sob. He realized that no matter how he painted himself, he could not hide who he was. Finally, the rain stopped, and the sun broke through a crack in the clouds. Egbert began to notice something he had never noticed before in his whole life. The world was full of cracks. All sorts of wonderful cracks. Maybe it's not such a bad thing to be slightly cracked, he thought. From then on, Egbert traveled around the world, making new friends and seeing famous cracked sights. But he never forgot his friends back home in the fridge, and he painted them beautiful postcards of his travels. They were well and truly amazed, and they missed him, if the truth be told. To this day, Egbert does not regret being cracked. In fact, he's even a little proud of it. Hope you all enjoyed Egbert the Cracked Egg. Our other book for today is called Happy Easter, Little Critter by Mercy Mayer. It's Easter morning. I bet the Easter Bunny has already come. quietly tiptoe downstairs and find all the Easter goodies before anyone else wakes up. But as usual, my little sister's up before me. I got a toy egg that you can look into, a wind-up bunny, some candy chickens, a bunch of chocolate eggs, and millions of jelly beans. The Easter Bunny gave my little sister the same things. Dad says that's so we won't argue. Mom says we can't eat any of it until after breakfast. After breakfast, we have to get dressed for church. Dad starts the car and we all get in. My little sister likes to get all dressed up, but I don't. At church, I can't see anything because everyone is wearing funny hats. After church, all the kids dye Easter eggs. I think my eggs are the best. While the eggs dry, we have a big picnic lunch. Then our parents hide the eggs in the field. We're not supposed to peek. Next, we all line up. And run into the field to find the eggs. Sometimes too many kids find the same egg. And sometimes you walk right by an egg and then someone else finds it. Sometimes the little kids don't find any, so you have to help them. But by the time we go home, everyone has had a happy Easter. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed our stories today and that you're all staying safe and remembering to wash your hands and finding some great fun things to do at home. We'll see you all next time. I hope to bring some more stories to you soon. Bye, everybody.